Mrs. Grigoryan, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. The last time I was addressing this very respectable hemicycle, Armenia and Azerbaijan were still on their way to making peace. Today, the peace agreement is pre-signed and the peace is established between Armenia and Azerbaijan. This, however, is not the end of the story, but a reality that needs to be nurtured and taken care of on a daily basis. When we say nurture, the first is not to harm, to avoid using narratives that contradict the achieved agreement, such as terms associated with the conflict or narratives of enmity, something we unfortunately continue hearing in the official speeches of the President of Azerbaijan. Building and deepening trust is another important brick for strengthening peace, and it can be built by addressing remaining problems, among them the release of Armenian prisoners of war and persons held in captivity in Azerbaijan, also the fates of missing persons. Another essential direction that will strengthen peace, stability, and prosperity in the region is unblocking of regional communications. On August 8, the declaration signed in Washington by the Prime Minister of Armenia, the President of Azerbaijan, and the US President as witness states that all communications are to be opened and operate on the principles of sovereignty and jurisdiction of the country they pass through, and based on the principles of reciprocity and equality. The TRIP project, the Trump Route for International Peace and Prosperity, is a connectivity project in the territory of Armenia. In fact, TRIP is a reflection and part of the Peace Crossroads project initiated by the Armenian government. Its aim is to serve as a bridge connecting the east to west, the north to south, through railways, highways, but also pipelines, electricity lines, and cables. It is also important to mention that the opening of the border with Turkey will be highly essential for the implementation of the TRIP route, investment project, and the crossroads of peace at large. Once all of the aforementioned is in process and implemented, peace will become more institutional, as connectedness and interdependency will create a reality that is mutually beneficial, hence creating less room for or motivation for threatening that reality. Concluding, I want to express hope that the peace process will only grow stronger despite persistent challenges. On even a more optimistic note, I wish that this peace process is inspiring and useful for other conflicting parties, as all of us suffer from continuous wars and all of us only benefit from peace. Let us stand there and work endlessly to establish and strengthen peace. Thank you.
Merci. Thank you. Mr. Pavic, you have the floor.